the little drawers on the side. Calibration. All right.
Hey, did you get complete kits? Did you get complete kits? Just for the closing up?
I can. Brandon, I got a card on file ending 7084. Since we're not open the 4th, we're gonna have to come back on the 3rd.
I'm pretty sure he's got axle seals out over there too. Pretty sure it's axle seal too.
I mean, I'm sure it could be done. I think, yeah, I mean, you gotta do is find 12 volts and the nature of electric starter. I would and I would be concerned about maybe like put all the stuff that's on the dash in it, tape it, dip it, and the hot water and take it around the water. That's what I can say it was tucked up under the dash. Oh, yeah. Let me know. Everything else, I just tell them, hey, they're not driving. I'm just put them in. I can't even drive them to the station.
Hey, I haven't been able
When I tell
to
my roll-off,
chat much because I've been kind of busy here and I can't see the chat screen. Side of the hands are kind of greasy, but anyway, place some brake cylinders, brakes, and probably axle seals on this 1950 Chevy pickup. Got this side done. I'm going to move around the other side here in a minute.
I love this stuff, man. I'm more of the 70s. I've had probably 10 of them over the years. How long you got that one? You have to have it for your own probation.
Alrighty, let me get around the other side here. If you want to see the whole process
Good luck.
of removing wheels and brakes on a 1950 Chevy pickup, stick around.
Can we clean those shoes up?
No, pretty sure.
So we need shoes, we need hardware,
I would get my little thing. The oil soaked anyway. You can't reuse it.
Yeah.
And doing a lifespan.
Okay.
I thought that'd be a pretty good one there.
Yeah.
Look where we're at, 15 people on here.
Here. Tire,
Okay.
only tire, everything else bueno.
Gloving up for this side. Got a wheel cylinder leaking, brake fluid gets on your hands, it's hygroscopic, it pulls all the moistures out of the skin. It'll dry your skin out real quick. This is how I used to do brake jobs back in the 70s. Ray. wore out and oil soaked. What we've got is this wheel cylinder leaking and axle seals leaking. One old leaking hydraulic brake cylinder for drum brakes. These were common in cars and trucks all the way up into the early 80s. If I had $1 for every brake job I've done like this, I'd be retired.
I need rear brake shoes and
Axle seals.
axle seals
Yeah, they're leaking.
and hardwood pins. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna give you some of my brother. Are you still live streaming?
Yeah, they don't matter.
I'm gonna have him measure everything out for you. So well here, there's a
My
question.
hands are nasty.
There's a question on the size of the shoes.
Alright.
Do we need a tape measure?
Yeah, all we need to do is measure these.
Carlos.
It might be stamped here on the drum. I can't read it.
Trying to see if it's stamped on the drum. Hold for what? Hold for what?
Oh. Give me a minute, let me get a tape measure and I'll get a brake measurement for you. I thought you were going to do a tape measure.
Oh no, I got
I'll get it. Just a minute. All right, I don't know how many times he said he's been trained, but I got an 11-inch brake drum. Yes. Oh, Jeff, you want the pad size or the entire length? 11.
Hey, make sure you tell them everything you need.
I'm sorry, the what? Okay, what do you, I'm sorry, you need what with the hardware? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, we'll need the one that comes with the adjusters too. Right, I'll need self-adjusters. And these are 6-lug drums too, if you drive. Hey, we gonna do the drums too? Yeah, drums too, yes. And they are the 6-lug. The phone right there. The phone. Okay. On the phone with the parts guy right now, trying to get the right parts for them.
Chevrolet, hook battery, and park. And hey, van,
The fun part of being a mechanic, they don't kill it.
van,
I'm sorry? Yes, both wheel cylinders.
Is he looking?
Yeah.
You tell him everything?
Yeah,
you
I
need?
think so.
Okay, I'll take it. All right.
The fun part about being a mechanic, cleaning off 20-year-old gunk off of an old truck.
Okay.
They won't tell you this part
So
if
on
you go to a
every,
technical
on
school.
everything else, are they local? Not local, but like exercise or? Okay. And you're having a hard time what with the, you said the adjusters and spring kit? Alright, go ahead and get everything else coming. Keep looking for the other stuff and I'll jump on and look as well. And then,
Old school brake job here. Plus we're going to do axle seals too. We'll pop these axles out. This is the leaking wheel cylinder. No telling how old that is. Brake adjuster. We're getting all new parts, springs, spreader bar, new brake drums, new brake shoes, and we'll clean all this up for the customer. And we'll pop these axles out and replace these axle seals in here, and probably reseal the differential too. You see it's leaking and covered up with gunk and dirt. So anyway, I'll run y'all around here for those of y'all that didn't get to see the truck. This is what the customer brought in for us today to do a brake job on it. It was leaking in the back. Wheel cylinders were leaking and he had no brakes. So he drives this one around town every now and then, and in the local town here in Texas, he drives this in a parade. Different things like that they'll have. So I'll tell you what, those of y'all haven't seen inside an old pickup here, I'll tell you what, we'll drag you in here and I'll give you a little tour here. All right, as simple as it can be. Except, you'll notice down here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the dash here. And I'll go in order. What you have right here, this is the starter button. You would turn the key on, and this is your accelerator pedal, and you'll take your foot and you'd step down on your gas and your starter button at the same time to start it. And the starter button goes right to a lever on the starter. And this is how you started those old trucks here. Of course, your second one is the brake. This is your clutch. And this monstrosity over here is your emergency brake. It's all mechanical. All right, you got a big, giant, oversized steering wheel. You have that. Trust me, you need that to turn these things. There's no power steering at all. Zero. And this is a 50 Chevy. It's got the split front windows. You see it's got 2 pieces of flat glass up here. All right. No radio. This is a radio delete right here. This is where the radio would go if there was a radio with it. Ashtray. Does have a glove box. This is an add-on here. It looks like a charge port for that. That's something he added on. And what you got for gauges is you got a speedometer, and over here you've got your gasoline, battery, oil pressure, and temperature. And back in the day when this truck was built, you had a generator and not an alternator. So a little bit of difference in charge different too. Oh, also that little button on the floor right there, that's for your high beams. This knob right here is to open vents down here to get fresh air in. So you could get some air down on the floor. This is the heater box right here, and this is all you got in this is heat. You're either got your 240 or your 260 air conditioner, which your 260 air conditioner is you roll down both of these side windows and open your wing vents and go 60 miles an hour. And that's what you had. All right, so you got the split front windows. It's just got the small back window, but it does have the the corner windows here, and I always thought that was cool on these trucks. The corner glass here. They call it a 5-window here, so you got the little corner pieces there. A little glass in the middle of the corner window. There's your side window, your wing vent, which you really need these in the summer. Old school door handles. This is a half-ton Chevy pickup, circa 1950. Customer brought in, we're doing a brake job, complete brake, rear brakes, wheel cylinders, all new parts, all new brakes, drum, hardware kits, adjusters, axle seals as well. We're going to clean all this stuff up. Of course, we'll clean and reseal that differential there for them. Scrape all that gunk off, pop that cover, reclean it, clean it, refill it with fresh grease. And we'll do that when we pop these axles out here, which I'm fixing to do here in a minute, is pop that rear cover off so I can pop these axles out and get a better cleaning on this backing plate here, because we want everything nice and clean and all the oil and brake fluid off for the customer, because that's what ruins your brakes when you got an oil leak or a brake fluid leak back here. And it will soak these shoes. These shoes become oil soaked. See this? And then the lining starts deteriorating and there's no grip. It's like trying to stop on ice, on a sheet of ice. It's glass on glass here. You can see there's all the parts. All this will be replaced. Be all new stuff when we're done. Alrighty. Well, it's getting towards the end of the day. I got to get this finished cleaned up, and we will order some parts in. We got the parts house searching. They had some of the things. The rest we'll probably have to go to Classic Chevrolet or Golden State or one of the antique vehicle dealers to get the rest of these parts here. But anyway, we'll find these. They're not that hard to find. There's a lot of aftermarket parts, and a lot of people make them. So. All right, hey, well, this is Stretchline Bait and Tackle, aka Old Man Kayak. I'm down here at my brother's shop, First On Automotive in Granbury, Texas. Doing a little work, helping them out. Because let me tell you something, these trucks here, I cut my teeth on this. This is the stuff I was working on in high school when I started slinging a wrench back in the late 70s. You know, it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but this is, man, I did so many drum brakes back in the day on these old trucks. So I had a 65 Chevy. My dad had a 50 GMC like this, so this is the stuff I cut my teeth on. That's when I first started slinging a wrench back in the 70s. This is the kind of things I was working on. Brings back a lot of memories. My dad teaching me how to be a mechanic. My son's a third generation. I tell you what, I see I got a couple of new people in here. I'll bring you in on the inside again if you want to see the inside here. I'll give you a brief little tour here. Oversized steering wheel because you have no power steering. You do have turn signals, all right? Now down here on the floor, you'll see these two pedals right here. This is your accelerator and that's your starter button. So when you wanted to start this, you turn the key on and you step on both at the same time to engage the starter. Then your brake, your clutch, emergency brake, and dimmer switch down on the floor. All right. Well, I got to get going. It's getting about time to wrap up, and I got to finish ordering parts here. Just wanted to bring a little live stream to you. Those of you who like these old trucks, pop in. We're going to be doing this from time to time when I'm down here at my brother's shop, doing little live streams on different items. We're trying to find cool stuff to bring you some cool content, all right? Hey, well, this is Old Man in a Kayak from Stretchline Bait and Tackle. Down here slinging a wrench every now and then to help my brother out in his shop. So I love working on these cool things. Done some old Mustangs. Got this old truck in. I mean, it's the stuff I cut my teeth on. So, all right, well, we're going to bounce out of here. Hey, everybody have a great day.